Howdy there, grease monkeys. Hope you're all doing well tonight. It's me here, Fluent Code, back on camera with Car Mechanic Simulator. Let's pop this one open. Now, at the end of the last session, a mammoth session for me, absolutely huge. It was like a 7-hour stream, which is far too long. Yeah, I probably should have done a bit less than that. But yeah, we'd had a fairly mammoth session, and kind of found a bit of a glitch in the game, if I'm honest with you, which I think has kind of ruined our goals. We had a goal of making 100,000 credits. As you can see, I've pissed through that. We're up at 200,000 credits, and it's, I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's intentional. I mean, it can't be intentional. It is definitely too much money obtained from the source that I've been obtaining it. But I'll show you. Might as well talk you through it. I don't know if it's a glitch or whether it's a feature. Who knows? But we're gonna run you through it. We'll show you how it's done, and then we'll sort of maybe see about setting ourselves a different goal in the game, one that doesn't revolve around money, because money apparently is no object. Not when you have the power to repair parts, and that's part of the secret. That is what we've been doing. So as you can see, we have a bare and empty garage at the moment. It's all fully kitted out. The only thing it hasn't got is the improved spray booths. Yeah, I still haven't got the improved spray booths. Not that I couldn't have them. You know, we can 100% we can unlock the improved paint shops, and that's all of the, you know, the garage upgrades. They're done and dusted. It doesn't make too much of a dent in our final totals either. There we go. Like a boss, we've got an achievement: unlock all garage expansions. We're empty of cars. We haven't got any cars sat out here. I would love to go and work on that truck, but you know, that's not going to happen. So what are we thinking for a new challenge? I thought that it might be quite nice to see if we could buy and improve a car from the junkyard or from a barn find. I think that would probably be quite a nice way of trying to give ourselves a different challenge that's not related around money. Because obviously, when I get a bit low on money, I can just go and print more. And I will show you how to do that as part of what we're doing. So the aim of what we're going to do, what is the aim? I think that the aim of what we're going to do is to try and build a 500 brake horsepower car. And what that will mean is that will mean buying a car, possibly from the junkyard, and then improving it. Now, the improvements that you can do on the tuning shop, you see these are all like 1% and 2%. Now, obviously, when you add them all together, it's going to add up. You know, a 2% here, a 1%, a 1.5%. You know, things like that. They're all going to add up slowly but surely. They will get us towards where we want to be. However, how easy will it be to get to 500 brake horsepower? I don't know. I think we might struggle with that a little bit. But that's going to be where the interesting part of it happens. Obviously, if we come across a car that's already 500 brake horsepower, we can't have it. It's too much. You're not going to be able to do it. So yeah, we've got to be able to build it, and it's got to be realistic. So I'm thinking something like a Hemi, a V8, something like that. Now the way we're going to look for them, we've got barns. Now barns come where the vehicle is much more complete. You can go to a barn. It's entirely pot luck as to what vehicle you're going to find, but they tend to be much more complete. They've got much more of the body. They have a mostly complete suspension and underside, and it's normally just the engine that's missing a few parts. When I say a few parts, it can be many parts, but so I think what we'll do is we'll go to the junkyard. We'll have a look around at the cars in the junkyard. The junkyard is an integral part of the glitch, dare I say, exploit, as to how we gain so much money. So it will be interesting to show you that. Well, interesting for me. You'll probably find it boring as all hell, probably because you mostly are going to recognise how it's done. Sorry, let me just check that everything is correct with the stream info. Yep, all looks good there. All looks. We're not pushing. First play. Save that information. There we go. Just updating my stream info like a pro, not doing it midstream with you guys here watching. No, of course not. Just like a pro doing it right there. Oh, now look, that's interesting because I reckon we can make a Camaro up to 500 brake horsepower, couldn't we? $309 horsepower as standard from a V8 double overhead cam AKX. Oh, hang on. We could go supercharged. So there are engine swaps. I didn't actually realise this, but you can do engine swaps. That's cool. That's not something that I actually realised before. For 8,000 credits, I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of that car. I mean, it fits for the challenge. We could probably turn 300 horsepower into 500 horsepower, which is our goal. But I just don't like it. I mean, it's got all of its seats, which is a big plus. It's got. We're going to keep looking. We'll keep having a look round, and as I said, as part of that looking, what we have to do, because I'm going to show you how to do this this sort of infinite money, and it's a part of the game. I've had to work through the base game to get that. Essentially what I'm doing is anything that looks relatively expensive or goes on the outside of the body, so actual body panels, metal and mirrors and things like that, that are orange and above, so not red, not completely ruined. And basically those things, like this intake manifold, engine head cover, engine head A, door, gearboxes are fantastic for this, rear bumper. See, anything like that is going to go in our shopping basket. It's going to go in our shopping basket, and then we're going to walk around the whole. Oh, look, there's an F1 F100, F150. There's a pickup truck over there. I do love me a bit of a pickup truck. I'm kind of a UK redneck, if that makes sense. So, as I said, what we're doing is we are picking up anything body related or full-on components, and we're going to take them back to the shop, and then we're going to run them through the Repairotron, whatever space magic they think that you have back at the garage, that just automatically repairs these mangled components. And then when you do that, they become gold. They're cash money. So like I say, I'm not being particularly choosy. It has to be yellow, sorry, orange or above, and it has to be repairable. There's certain things that aren't repairable. Gearboxes and engine blocks are the absolute best. Camshafts can't be repaired, crankshafts can. Crankshafts are worth a little bit of money. Camshafts are bullshit. You can't do anything with them. Even though in real life, camshafts can probably be changed more than crankshafts can. Repaired more than crankshafts can. Right, as I say, anything body panel or mechanical components that look expensive. Drive shafts, they're a thing. We can have drive shafts. That's not a problem. Rear suspension cross member, we'll have one of them. Defender 90 front bumper. Crankshaft pulley, you can't do anything with those. Suspension arm, you can. ABS module, you can, and they're worth good money as well. This I'm going to ignore because it's at 12%, and I don't believe you can repair it. I think you need to be like 15% and above, or orange and above. Side mirror, body panel, rims are a great one. Fret rear left door, yeah, that's something that can go. Oh, now what is that there? Obviously I am keeping my eyes open. Jaguar E-Type front bumper, they're worth a fortune. Power steering pumps can be repaired, water pumps can be repaired. Pistons can't. Pistons, conrods, piston rings, they are unrepairable. You can't do anything with them. It's a bit of a shame, but that's just the way it is. Right, so we've got a Mustang over there and a... what's that? Oh, it's a BMW. Now that, I think... FMW Panther Mark II. It's already... Hello Jimmy, how are you? Nice to see you on the channel again. So that one is almost 600 horsepower straight out of the gate. Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything with that. Let's just have a look and see what we're looking at here. Yeah, it's I'm fine, and you? Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you. This might be of interest to you. The stream today, I've had to change my goals for the game, because originally I was set out to make 100,000 credits, and then I was probably going to leave the game. Well, I found a bit of a glitch the other day, and if you look over that away on my screen, oh no, you can't see it because my follower goal is there. But I'm currently sat at nearly 200,000 credits. and I found a bit of a method to gain money from the junkyard and the barns. So yeah, we've set our goal now is to build ourselves a 500 horsepower car, and of course the first thing I do is I come to the junkyard and I find a 584 horsepower car, so that's out of the question. I think. How much they want for it? They want 8,000. That's a bit. I think supercharged V8 Salem Spectre fastback with a V8 2-carb overhead valve supercharged. Look at that thing. That is a beast. And again, it's 500 brake horsepower. Maybe 500 brake horsepower is the wrong target. Maybe I should go in more. I'm going to platinum this game. Have you got this game on console, is it, Jimmy? Are you on PlayStation? Yes, you're on PlayStation. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I do play games on PlayStation, but I don't play this one. This is on my PC. Okay, maybe 500 brake horsepower is the wrong target, because everything we've found so far is actually more than 500 brake horsepower out of the gate, as it were. So we're back to buying any components like this: bumpers, engine head, rims, body panels, anything that's orange and above, that looks repairable, because we're going to repair them. That is the secret. That's the way to make money in this game, and ridiculous amounts of money as well. We're not just talking, oh, you make 5,000 a go. No, this is, you can bankroll a small country off the returns of this one. So your return on investment is massive here. Oil pan's a bit there. Rear mufflers don't bother with exhaust components apart from intake manifolds and exhaust manifolds. There's absolutely no point. You can't repair any of the center sections, the catalytic converters, none of those. You can't repair them. I think you can do that, but I don't like electric components just on general principle. So what does platinuming, what does that involve with a game like this? What have you got to do? Oh, we've got another car over there. So I get it, this is not the most riveting of content. However, it is a fairly interesting little glitch, or however you want to call it. I don't think it's really a glitch. I need to buy 30 cars from Junkyard. Okay, well, I don't know how this works on PlayStation, whether or not you can do what I'm about to do, but 500 brake horsepower is clearly too low of a goal to set. I reckon that if that is factory supercharged V8 at 500, we need to be looking at making a 700 brake horsepower plus car. So what would that need to be? That would need to be nearly 50% increase in power. Okay, that's one to consider. It's not going to be an awful lot, I don't believe. 7,000. And so how many cars have you got through at the moment, Jimmy? If you need to buy 30. Right. There we go. There's another. There's a Supra there. I mean, even things like wheel hubs, steering knuckles, you can buy any of these. They will repair. They will make you money. Okay, so there is a couple of... I've already bought 12 cars from the junkyard. Well, you're going at it well then. You know, there's... I think you're well on your way. I think you know what you're doing. Inline 6 double overhead cam BU2 turbo, 281 horsepower standard. So I think that that would realistically tune up to about 400, maybe 450, maybe a bit shy of where we want to be. And it's quite expensive. It is quite expensive, but for a junkyard car, that is in, well, that's actually in surprisingly good condition. So bearing in mind that quite a lot of these bits that are orange can be repaired. You can take them off, put them on your repair bench, and away you go. So yeah, you know, all of this, all of that. Sorry, not the sway bar. You can't do the sway bar. That doesn't work. But the majority of these bits here, the upper arm isn't going to work. The rear wheel hub won't work. Drive axle, wheel hub bearing, you'd need to replace that anyway. So this car is actually in quite good nick. I'm quite tempted by this one actually. What's that going to need? It's going to need... Has it got a front bumper on there? It looks like it's got a front bumper on it. It's got the hood. It's got one door. It's going to need a bit of welding. Front right fender's okay. Hood's okay. The interior is a bit shit. Okay. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to send it to my garage. It gives us an option, doesn't it? We can work on that one. I think that one will be quite a nice little project car to work on. See, so it's not like I've run out of content. I'm going to be able to find something to keep you guys occupied. It just might not be... There we go. Engine block. That's nice. Just might not be the same target as we started off with. That's all. That's okay. Targets can change. Yeah, rims are good. Fuel rail, we can repair fuel rails. They'll be fine. Suspension arm, door. Not going to bother with the timing cover or whatever that was. I don't think you can actually get up. Oh yes you can. The game doesn't really like you climbing, that's for sure. So there's lots of invisible walls everywhere. Oh, here we go. Oh, V8 Hemi, that's nice. Oh, the engine block there, the V12 one is shafted, can't do anything with that. I don't think once they're red that you actually get any opportunity to try and repair them. Exhaust manifold you can do something with, same with the throttle. You can't do anything with the interior components as far as I know, so seats are out, which is a shame, but that's what it is. Nice, more engine blocks, more rims, lots of rims on this one. V12 thermostat, what do you do with that? You can't do headlights. Headlights, tail lights, anything like that, they are a non-starter. You can't do anything with them, unfortunately. Engine head cover, you can do something with that though. Brake pads, why would you even? Brake pads are like $6 or something. Take manifold, yeah. Front bumper. Loads of front bumpers. I don't like electric cars, so that can stay. Oh, that's quite a good looking car over there, isn't it? Oh, there's another one here as well. Oh, is that a... That's a Tempest? Tempest Magnum. Yeah, look at that. That's obviously a... Best viewers on streamboo.com. Dice FM. Dice FN. Thank you for the recommendation. Wow, that's 361 horsepower at 4.5. Well, it gives you plenty of options, plenty of engine swaps. That could be a good one. And it's not very expensive. Do I maybe just take a pick from what we've got here in this junkyard? I think I might do that, to be honest. I might take a bunch of stuff from this junkyard and see if we can build a whole running car. Maybe we'll ignore the 500 brake horsepower thing and just see if we can set ourselves a challenge to get it running in this session and put it on the track. You know, get something that's going to run down the track. That might be a decent little challenge. Oh, I do love when you find an engine block. They are absolutely the best when you find an engine block. Now, if we're going to get the car down the track, we are going to need a driver's seat. So we'll have one of those. even though you can't repair it. We will have a driver's seat. We need to make sure that we've got 4 wheels somewhere. Okay, we're getting to the end of this junkyard, and we've found loads of bits, absolutely stacks of them. Radiator's always good to have. Rear door. Engine head. Oh, we could have a coolant reservoir. Huh. Don't reckon we need those just at the moment. Oh, maybe we set ourselves the challenge that we build a running, driving car without buying any parts whatsoever new. That seems like a good one to me. So we need to find a car which is in reasonable enough condition that we can probably get it running without buying any new parts. And then what we'll have to do is we'll almost have to make ourselves a shopping list and then come back to the junkyard. I hate calling it a junkyard. It's a scrapyard. Exhaust manifold, rim, engine head. Yeah. So that is the challenge. The challenge is to build a car from scrap. No parts bought whatsoever. I also have to repair them to sell them because there is a trophy that says sell 50 cars. Excellent. That's it sounds like you're going to have yourself a very similar goal to what I'm doing here. I'm going to need a power steering reservoir. Make sure I grab one of those. I'm not sure if you're following that one, Jimmy, but I've set myself a challenge that I need to buy a car from the scrapyard and repair it entirely from the scrapyard. So literally every part that goes on it, and it has to be a drivable car. So I have to be able to drive it down the drive it to the track. So, in effect, I do need to be able to find the right vehicle, don't I? Because, I mean, I don't think that I find very many parts from a Salem 1500. Okay. Now these are all the bits. Now, I mean, do you reckon there's any Salem 1500 bits in there? Just having a look. I don't see much. Doesn't look it to me. What sort of cars are we seeing in here? Edgewood Wildcat. I think there's one of those in the yard. Yeah, there's a lot of different parts. Oh, there's a Salem 1500 front right fender. What's the betting that when I come out of this screen, that's the only fender that's on this car? It's the front right. No, it hasn't got any fenders. We could be on to a winner, folks. No, we're not. I'm joking. Right, what have we got? We have a Bolt Reptilia. So we've got a Corvette sat there, which has 2 seats and a steering wheel. That is a big thing. However, rear window glass for a Bolt Reptilia. Do you reckon we're going to be able to find one? We have 4 wheels in terrible condition, but they are 4 wheels. We're missing a door. Do you know what? That's not actually half bad, that one. It's in. We could probably repair that quite easily. So that's one option. Another option would be the BMW, which is in a pretty sorry state, to be fair. That door is ruined. That door is missing. It's got no wheel at the front here. It's got no wheel at the rear there. The engine is literally just a rusting block. Has got some window glass in it, which is a plus, but yeah, I mean that's pretty scrappy, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of options there. We've got a Mustang sat over here with no interior whatsoever. A missing wheel. One missing wheel isn't too bad. We could sort of do something with that. We've got a supercharged V8, which might actually make it more difficult to find the parts for, to be honest with you. What else have we got? What else have we got? We have got a... Is this an Edgewood Wildcat? Edgewood Hellcat. Oh, Edgewood Hellcat. With a supercharged V8. What sort of condition are we looking at? We've got 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels. We have a door with glass in it, no mirror. Bugger all parts on the engine, but I'm not that bothered because we'll make. I mean, this can have so many engines in there. Look, you know, we can really go to town with what we want to put in there, and I'm pretty sure that I've got most of the components to build up a V8 Hemi. So that's a good option. That might be the one, to be fair. It's a bit uninspiring though, isn't it? Then we have our Tempest. Rolling shell, is it rolling? Looks like it. We've got 4 wheels on our wagon. We've got a steering wheel. We've got no seat, but that doesn't really matter, does it? We've got no trunk. Need some lights. What have we got under the bonnet? There's some bits there of an engine. We could probably make something. We could probably make something up on this one. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of suspension components there. We've got quite a lot of it missing though, haven't we? And not a bad price, so we can make something work on the price there. Now, what was this bad boy? This was a... what is that? Oh, it's a Bolt Cape. Bolt. Oh, Is that Dodge? Oh, Bolt. I think that's Chevy. I think Bolt Chevy. So that would be like an Impala, I'm guessing. Again, loads of engine options. Absolutely tons of engine options. Dirt cheap. Have we got any Bolt Cape pieces? I mean, you know, we've got so many bits, it's ridiculous. For the challenge, there's no restriction on how often we come back to the junkyard. We just have to be able to find the parts from the junkyard. So, you know, we can make that work as well. Finding a matching gearbox, a matching engine, it's going to be difficult, but we will get there. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we've got plenty of parts there. So we've sent one car back to the garage so far, haven't we? So we'll buy that one. Do you reckon the little pickup truck? Oh, I mean, that's not looking too shabby there. What is that? It's a 6-pot. Straight 6. All 4 wheels. I mean, I reckon we could do something with that, couldn't we? That's 3 spots. I don't much fancy the Corvette, if I'm honest with you. Or do I? That one's got heads, but they look ruined. Heads and cams. Cams look ruined. Tricky one. Tricky one. We can repair most things, but I don't know if I want to repair that. Or we have the absolute classic Moon. Unedited Moon Mark 1. Which does give us quite a lot of engine options. We can put a lot of engines in there, depending upon what we can repair and build. We have, it's cheap. It's the only non-V, I suppose the fact that it's not a V8 is actually not in its favour now, because a lot of the parts for the other ones could be interchangeable. I think I'm going to go back to that Tempest. I think I'm going to have this one. Because again, that's dirt cheap. We're going to send that back to the yard. Excuse me just a moment. So, we've been through, we've got a whole bunch of components. We've searched every junk pile. We've got a whole bunch of components, and we have a bunch of cars as well. So now what we're going to do is, with our 7,000 credits worth of parts, there you go, look, 15% discount on parts, 7,600 credits. So we're going to buy those parts. We're going to head back to our plucky little workshop. We'll see which one is on the ramp, because There's 3 spots outside, 2 spots inside, and we need to store them somewhere. So let's have a look and see what we've got. And then what we're going to do is do a process where we go through and we take, we see how many parts we can fit, and then we'll have to then try, and so we fit them all, we try and build a complete car, and then we take it back apart and try and repair all of those bits to get it running. Yeah, sounds good. Let's have a look. What have we got on the ramp? What is on the ramp? Oh, it's our bad boy muscle car. I do like this. I do like this. I think we can probably do something with this. Let's go ahead and weld her up. Oh, is it black? Oh no, I think it's like a weird, dark green. Maybe a dark grey. That could be a very cool looking colour, to be fair. We might have hit a winner here. We might have even hit a winner. Right, let's see if we have any of these parts. Nope. Nope. Oh, we're not exactly knocking this one out of the park, are we? No, okay. Right. Let's have a look at our engine, shall we? Nope. Nope. Okay, well, it's not that surprising, because we weren't necessarily looking for parts like that, crankshaft pulleys and bits and pieces like that. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. We will find them eventually. Okay, right. Time to check another car. I suppose we could multimeter tester it just to see how many of the bits are fucked in the fuse box and that sort of thing. Oh look, the fuse box is actually pretty much okay. It's just half of it isn't there. There's no OPD. And we can check what condition the tyres are, but that's not really a massive concern to me. Oh, 17 is pretty poor, to be fair. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, we kind of knew what we were going for there, didn't we? Now we have our gorgeous Supra. Look at that, in fantastic purple coloration. No fender, no bumper, no trunk. Oh, we've got a door. We do have a door. That's perfect. Let's just double check whether we've got any mirrors. No. No, nothing there. So, not too bad. We would need a steering wheel and a driver's seat, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. We'd need some glass to go in there. It has got the performance-y bonnet, and it has got the majority of an engine. I mean, it's a dog shit engine. It's crap, but it has got one. That's good. Let's have a look. Have we got front bumper? No. Have we got a door? No. Not doing massively well here. Okay. No exterior parts on that. It's fine. Not a problem. And this bad boy. Have we got... We've got a front right fender. We knew we would have. No. 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 Oh, this is not going brilliantly. Okay, well, I mean, what did we have? We had one door. We had a... I have a question. Can the inventory be filled? I haven't seen anything that would indicate so. I mean, I've got 19 pages of inventory here, Jimmy. So I don't think so. It does seem like you can just keep filling it up. So, yeah, who knows? Now, let's have a look and see if we've got any parts that can go on here. Oh, we've got an exhaust manifold there. That's good. Don't reckon we're going to have a turbo. No. Timing cover? No. Power steering pump? Yeah, we've got power steering pump and go on there. No. Water pump pulley? No. Power steering reservoir? Oh, I don't want to know if I want to use it on this one, to be honest. I'd kind of prefer to know that we've got some bits first. Oh, where am I going to find spark plugs in working condition? Okay, as part of the challenge, I know I've said that I have to find everything from the scrapyard. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a spark plug in the scrapyard. I also don't think I've ever seen something like camshaft caps. So what we'll say is, if you're missing stuff like that for the challenge, I can accept jobs where those items need to be replaced, and then I can put them on this car. Sound fair? I think that sounds fair. Okay, generic stuff, things that will fit any car, I'm not going to use on this just yet. Now, I wonder if you add it to your shopping list, it will highlight them at the scrapyard. Oh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Okay, so out of all of that, we had 2 usable body panels. Excellent job. Well done. So, what we're going to go and do is now we can basically, and this is how I said that we were going to make our money. Great start. We attempt to repair all of these parts, all of these body panel parts. We're going to attempt to repair them, and the mini game is quite easy. Basically, keep your eyes focused on the furthest right one, and just spacebar, spacebar. And everything that we repair, or every time we hit a green, there's a 60% chance that it auto repairs, which saves you the money. So we were on somewhere in the region of 150,000, something like that. No, we had a bit less than that because we we bought more cars, didn't we? So we came back here with about 100, let's say 146, 147,000. Damn. I'll show you what this does for our budget. Once we get through all of these bits, and believe me, the more bits that you can salvage, the better. Because the more bits you can salvage, the more bits you can sell. And it is very nice when you manage to land that instant repair. I mean, we have 60% chance. Does involve quite a bit of concentration though. Otherwise you end up in a bit of a streak doing that. It's mildly boring. Strangely rhythmic, but pretty much boring at the same time. In the peripheral vision, you generally tend to start looking so that you can't see what the actual component is. You just focus on the red and green bars. But certainly every so often you'll get a part and you'll be like, oh God, I wish I'd have repaired that because that looked like an expensive part. Certainly when you get to the engine components and what have you, because you know that that was an engine block even though you can't really see it. Or that was a gearbox because you catch it in your peripheral vision. I kind of wish we'd have found a Sakura Takumi at the junkyard, because I think we've had so many parts for one of those come through here today. Oh, an unbelievable amount of body parts to repair. Obviously, this does help if you can manage to salvage most of the parts. but it's by no means essential that you do so. We probably hit, there we go, typical. We probably hit 80% of the parts there. Now, what I can do is none of these parts are any particular good for our vehicle. So I will go through and all of the body parts, including the bits that you just fucked up, that don't work. So we said we had about 147,000 when we got back here. Obviously that's gone down because we've repaired so many parts, but we're now going to sell them all. We're going to sell the good bits, the scrap bits, the bits that are, you know, aren't working. We do need to just right, no 1,500 parts. What did we have? Did we have a Hellcat? Did we get the Hellcat? I'm guessing we didn't get the Hellcat. No, we only brought 4 cars back, and they were... What is this thing? A Bolt Cape. So, no, we didn't get the Hellcat. We need the Cape. Bolt Cape Mark 7. That's not a Mark 7, is it? So we'll sell that. And we have the Super. No Super parts. And finally, we've got the Magnum. No Magnum parts. Okay, so we can safely go through now and delete all of the body panels. So we will just end up being left with the mechanical components. There's a method in my madness. I know this is quite boring. Normally I wouldn't do it this way. I would just do this afterwards, but I'm kind of wanting to demonstrate to you that this is actually an amazing money maker. As you can see, we've already basically paid for our repairs. We're into profit. And not just a little bit of profit, we're making quite significant profit on this run. This is easily the way, if you're after a method of bankrolling your car repairs, is to just do this every time you go to the junkyard. Buy anything and everything that can be repaired, repair it, and then sell it. Sell it for a fairly massive profit. Okay, and then we are into shit that I've already tried to do a different day. Yeah, so we'll go as far as that air filter there. So everything else is all new before that. So yeah, 157,000 we're up to. So there's, you know, we're definitely ahead of the game there. Now, I suppose what would be quite a good idea is to maybe go through this and put aside parts that we know are going to be required on this vehicle, whichever one we decide to do, essentially. So, you know, intake manifold for a V8 Hemi 440, we'll put that to one side. We've got oil pan V8 Hemi, we've got engine block V8 Hemi. In fact, what I might go and do, because I think that we're probably going to end up building the V8 Hemi. Let's have engine stand. Take off engine from stand. Where did it go? Did it go in my inventory? How would that have happened? Oh, that's cool. Right, fair enough. Install an engine on the stand. No, don't want that. Oh, create a new engine. We are going to go for V8 Hemi 440 Magnum or a V8 Hemi 440 6-pack. The 6-pack is a 6-pack is a 6-barrel carb on the top, and the 440 Magnum is a dual or quad barrel. I don't know. Does look like the only difference is the carbs on the top. So we're going to create that one. We're going to put that bad boy on. Of course, it's not like we can part build it with the bits that we've got and then take it apart, because they don't allow that. Right, so oh, we've got already got one in there. What are we going to do? No, my bad, not doing that. We are let's have a look. So we can put our 440 Magnum in this one if we want. Looks to me like it's already got a V8 Hemi in there, which is going to have plenty of parts on it. So that's a good thing. Means we've got to find less parts. Okay. So what I need to do is look in here and find this one here. We'll take all of these parts out. We will call this Hemi. And we will take this and we will call this Magnum. So we are going to put all of these bits in there and hope that we can fit them. We also have I don't know whether things like the power steering pump are going to be different for the Hemi than what they are on all the rest of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything V8 related into this Hemi box. Literally everything apart from shit like a Jaguar, because we know that's not going to be required. Okay, we'll put all of those in there, and then we will go to that and we will type Tempest. No, we've got nothing else to go in there. So I suppose we might need to do an assessment on what we've got going on underneath this. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Let's get it up in the air, and then we can tell whether or not we need to what we need to do with the suspension. So suspension wise, we have shocks, springs, bushings. Looks like it's all in drivable condition, not great condition by any means. You know, that's all rusted as hell, but it is all drivable by the looks of it. We've got virtually no exhaust. So with virtually no exhaust, it's going to be a noisy boy. Very, very noisy boy. I doubt we will get serviceable shock absorbers and the like from the scrapyard. I don't think, one, you can't repair them, and two, I don't think that you'll be able to find them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another spot in here. Actually, right, so we need washer. Let's put the power steering reservoir in here. Did we get a radiator? No, we didn't get a radiator. No. Oh, we need a battery as well. Yeah. Okie dokie. So, radiator for coolant. We need a bunch of stuff in the fuse box. That's fine. We can probably find that in the other cars. We need an oil filter, which I think we might have. An ignition coil, that's going to be a hard one to find, I reckon. And the same with the distributor, so we'll have to find something that is technically working there. Okay, so we need to find things that are labelled for V8 Hemi. Front exhaust section will be labelled here. Things like middle mufflers won't be. So, okay. Right, so now we need to put in oh, Tempest Magnum left headlight, right headlight. These are ones that I found previously. Okay, we'll put those in there for now. And then I need to go to this and label it generic bits. So we're going to put anything that might be useful. So seat, carburetor 2 barrels side draft. It might be useful to that car. I'm not sure just yet. Inline 6B, that's not going to be very useful. Rear drive axle seat could be useful. I don't know yet. We've got suspension arms. Won't need a front drive shaft. That's not going to be a problem. Now our Hemi engine that's in the car already is actually quite complete, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff in there. Steering knuckles, again, might be useful. Drive shaft, possibly going to be useful. Don't need the radiator. Suspension cross member might be useful. The fan, housing fan. Don't know if that's going to be part of it. I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll put steering knuckle in. I bought a car for 7,000. I'm going to sell it for 79. That's amazing, Jimmy. That's a real good profit. Well done. I'm guessing that you had to strip and repair everything on it though for that price. Right. So we remember that we had somewhere in the region of, I can't remember what it was. We're going to repair again. Sorry to say it, but I know it's boring. But I am going to demonstrate the theory here. So we work our way through this list of parts, this list of essentially crap. ABS module. Don't think that car has one, but I will put that aside rather than sell it. Because if we decide to do something else like that, that super that's out there, then we'll need one for certain. here we go. We are working our way through this this pile of stuff, this absolute mountain of parts, just purely to prove a theory at this stage, to be fair. And that theory is that you can make an absolute fortune when you sell all of these parts. Well, you got to lose some, haven't you? So we've only got a few pages left now. Oh, I hate those ones where they're not at the end. And they're not at the end, they're actually a lot harder to do. Into the final couple of pages now. There we go. And so we have an absolute mountain of parts. And we can essentially just sell them all. And I know this is this is not gameplay. This is boring. But it does demonstrate a point. And that point is that for no money, essentially, we've got 4 cars sat in the yard. There must be a clear £20,000 profit, 20,000 credit profit on that that pile of stuff that we've just sold. It's as clear as that. It's a massive profit. So yeah. I am not going to sell these parts because, believe it or not, these parts might actually come in useful for the scrap car that we're building. Rubber bushings, you know, we can take apart a car with the subframe and we'll take the bushings out and we can reuse the bushings in something else. So there's loads and loads of bits here that we can use. They are not 100% by any means, but you know, these have all come off of scrap cars, so I feel that these parts are useful. I won't use any of these 100% ones. And so there we go. We will go ahead and make the Tempest our car to aim for. I think probably one of the best things to do with this right now would be to give it a wash. let's give it a wash. We'll see what sort of colour car we're dealing with. I have a feeling it's kind of an ugly green, but it could look stunning. It's not going to look stunning. I think that would look better in black. Now, I wonder if the hood and the door are repairable at all. They both look a bit too far gone to me. We'll clean it inside as well. And as you can see, technically, if we sold it right now, we would make $4,000 profit on it. And all we have done, literally all we have done to it, what have we done to it? We've added a power steering reservoir. We've welded the body. And we've washed it. How much credits do I have? 175,000 at the moment, Jimmy. Let's take these panels and see if we can clean them up. Now, oh, they're both too rotten. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them in here into the Magnum page because I only have 450,000. Well, there you go. You are doing a better job than I am. Ah, here we go. So I am going to add these guys to the generic because we have got pistons and rings. We've got a few spark plugs and we've got a few ignition coils as well, so they're going to be really helpful. Yeah, we've got a couple more spark plugs. We can put a fuel filter in. We can put a couple of idler rollers in as well. I'm going to try not to be using red parts, but sometimes we won't be able to help it. We'll have to do it. Flywheel, pressure plate, release bearing. Now we've got middle muffler sections. Catalytic converter, I don't know whether this will have cats on it. I wouldn't have thought so because it's too old for a cat. It's not going to need rear suspension arms. All of these bits are going to go in here. Right. Again, like I say, I'm not going to use any of these 100% parts. I think most of them I actually repaired them anyway. Yeah, we'll leave those there where they are. Now, this does mean that we have an engine on a block on the stand and a block in the car. Now, it would make sense to me to try and repair the block on the stand, so we're going to take this one. And we're going to remove that because we're then going to go over here and see if we can repair it. There we go, and then we can put it back. And then what we can do is we can take the one out of the car. So we will go and start disassembling this one and rebuilding the engine. Oh god, we're going to need push rods as well. I forgot about push rods. Yikes. Now, it's going to be a bit of an odd one because we are going to have some parts that are 100% and some parts which are very much not 100%. Because things like the pistons and com rods and the piston rings, you can't repair those guys. So they're going to go on the new engine exactly as they come out of the old one. Obviously, we may be able to find better quality ones, but you know, as it stands, no, they're just going to come out exactly the way they, or go back in exactly the way they come out of this one. Right, that's quite a lot of that engine out of the way, isn't it? So we need to disconnect all these bad boys. I do like how there's never any bolts missing, because I guarantee you when I take something apart there's normally some bolts missing by the time we get to the end of it, and we go, yeah, that'll be alright. Oh, that gearbox is kind of fucked. Let's see what we've got in here. This is all kind of nasty. And there we go. That's the engine block out of this one. Should we just see what we've got in here when it comes to parts mounting? So 2 A's, 2 B's and a C required, and then we've got an A and a B fuse. Let's just have a look out here. B, C. Is it 2 A's, 2 B's and a C? We'll take them all. We'll take all of these bad boys and see about throwing them in our car. That's the other type of fuse box, the old type of fuse box. Same with this one. That's got nothing in it, so good luck with that one. I think it might be missing an A. I think we might be missing an A fuse, not a relay. So we'll just see what we can put back in here. None of them have the lids to the fuse box, though. Of course. Yeah, oh god, we've got 5% of there. That one's going to need to be changed. So we are going to have to harvest some more cars because we do not. These are not common. It's not going to be common to find a lid for these, so we're probably going to have to harvest cars until we find one. Obviously, we've also got there's no expansion tank. That's fine. We've just got a rad. We do need a brake servo off of something, though. Fuel filter we can... No? Okay. Oh, it'll be in the... You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Right. Now, let's see about repairing our parts. Okay, so we have managed to gain ourselves a crankshaft, which is good because we needed one of those. We don't have things like bearing caps, I don't believe. We will need to harvest those as well. They can be repaired, so that's not too much of an issue. We can see about pulling them out of other cars, and then we're going to have pistons as well. So we're almost ready to start rebuilding this bad boy. It's going to be a good looking engine, isn't it? Yeah, that is going to be a good looking engine. For some reason, you can repair a clutch plate to 100%, but you cannot repair the pressure plate or the flywheel. Make sense of that? The consumable item, the bit that is destroyed as you use it, you can repair. But the flywheel, the thing that lasts for hundreds of thousands of miles, right? Because all it is a fucking plate of metal with teeth around the edge. You can't repair that. Make sense? Make it make sense. Okay, so we've got an engine on the block. We've got a car over here. Sat there, ready to roll. Now, do we? See, that is a different car. That is a different block, a different engine. We have made it a little bit difficult for ourselves by selecting the Magnum, the 440. But I don't reckon either any of those cars, apart from maybe the Super, because I do like that. I think that is quite a hot car. I don't think that one's going to be much of a goer. And I really don't see that there's much point in keeping it there. Although maybe that seat might be. Okay, and the bench is car specific. Front seat is fine, but the bench seat is car specific. So I'll keep the car seat now. car status. Somehow we've done nothing to it apart from take a few parts off, and we've made 331 credits. Make it make sense. I could probably wash it to push that up a little bit, but to be perfectly honest with you, I just prefer to have the space, and it's not like I need the money because well, I don't need the money. And this bad boy is going to cost us 725. Never mind, it is what it is. So I'm going to head back now to the scrapyard and see what we can find that's labelled up either Tempest Magnum or Magnum or Hemi or V8. Yeah, I think that's a it's possible that it's going to work. I'm not going to try a barn because, like I say, the barn is where I would have probably been better off starting the search and getting a more complete vehicle out of it. But what I'm going to do is see if we can build this junkyard car. So we're going to go back to the junkyard, and we are now going to search for anything and everything that we can find for that car. And I think it would be a good idea to not buy all the random shit. So we just buy specifics for that car. Sounds like a plan. Of course, if I find another full car, I might just have it, and then we can cannibalize, maybe. Okay. No cars in sight to start off with. That's worrying, isn't it? Normally there's one sat there. Normally there's one sat there waiting for us. Let's have a look. Hemi. V8. Hemi. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Gearbox. That gearbox knackered. Okay. And the sway bar. V8. We'll take it. Sakura Super left side mirror, but it is only 12%. So I'm going to leave that. As much as I would like to have it, I think that's probably a bit too damaged. Do you know what? I'm going to buy it anyway, just in case. Let's have a look. Nope, nothing else. Oh. No, that's a later V8. Air filter cover. That's a later V8 as well. Nope, nothing there. Bottom suspension arm. Don't think it uses it, but Tempest Magnum windshield. I think we're going to need one of they. Excellent. So at least we've got something that works. Super trunk. Got a trunk. Trunk for the super. Nope, nothing there. There's a lack of vehicles in this one. Tempest Magnum right headlight C. We'll have one of those just in case. Oh, I think I can see an AC over there. I don't know if they're required. Exhaust manifold V8 Hemi. Nice, that's what we're talking about. That is the kind of find that's going to get us through this. Front exhaust section, not in great condition, but it'll work on the Super, I think. Right. Sakura Super windshield, we'll have one of them. That was the one we just looked at, wasn't it? Now, what is that beauty? BU2. I think that'll work, but not on the turbo. Oh wow, look at that. What a stunning little car. That's a Toyota GT 2000, yeah. Oh, what a lovely little thing that is. Oh, but it's green. I can't buy a green car, and I've already got a car that I'm working on, so sorry. Water pump for a V8, that might come in handy. Serpentine belt B. We'll take it, it might come in handy. Oh, look at that, brake servo. That's what we needed. We need one of them. So this is a bit slower of a pace now, isn't it? While we're searching for these parts that could be anywhere, to be fair. All right, exhaust manifold. No, the exhaust manifold on the Hemi is different, isn't it? Yeah. Now we need a radiator C as well. Crankshaft bearing caps, we better have some of them when we find them. As boring as they are, we do need them. Relay, we'll take a relay. It's in a working order. I think that might have been the one we needed as well. Tempest Magnum left headlight. Let's have that as well. Oh, there's... What a stunning car the XJ220 was. Just absolutely jaw-dropping. Look at it. No, nothing in that pile of shame. Again, nothing in this one. Not to be too surprised, we are sort of trying our luck a little bit to find these. I mean, we have found some actual usable parts, which is kind of surprising. An air scoop for a V8 overhead valve. Now, I don't think that's for the Hemi, but we will take it just in case. Ah, look, we could have had a trunk for our Salem. No, that is pretty much everything there. What have we got? We've got a Volvo here. Oh, hang on, what's going on? No, there's nothing in there that we can use. And no cover, obviously. When we do actually find one, it will probably seem a little bit weird that we're going to buy an entire car to get a fuse box cover, but that's the way it's going to have to be. A Sakura Super Hood. Now I'm going to take that because I don't believe the one that's on it is repairable. Haven't checked it yet, but I don't believe it will be. We are still sticking with repairable parts though, aren't we? So anything that's red is kaput. Oh, carburetor B. V8 Hemi's 446 pack. Oh, now I wonder if, because we should be able to just swap that over, so we should be able to tell the game that we're building the different engine. So we need to take it all apart and then put the new one on. If we decide to go with the 6-pack, the 6-pack would be more powerful. Don't believe it's that one, but we will take that one anyway. I am noticing a distinct lack of cars in this one. Seems very lacking in cars, doesn't it? Not a great amount of parts for the cars that we want either, but that can't really be helped. Oh, what was that? I'll take it, just in case. Tail lights and what have you, maybe we can take a low quality type. Clutch pressure plate, we'll have one of them. We'll take it just in case. Tempest Magnum right side mirror, we'll take that as well. Oh, there's a car in there. I didn't see that. What is that? Is that an S14? Oh no, that's another old Reptilia. Yeah, same deal as the other one. Not a car that that excites me, to be honest. This, on the other hand, that is a beaut. What's that got in there? That is that's not a Hemi, is it? That's just a standard V8. Now I'm just trying to see whether that's got any push rods in it, because I could really do with some. I could really do with some push rods. I cannot see, but there could be. Oh, that's really awkward. No, maybe not. Cool little car though. 12k. That's probably quite expensive for that. Well, I mean, it's not quite expensive for that, but I think you know what I mean. Right, where did I look? Did I look up here? Can't remember. We'll try again. We'll take a valve push rod. I don't think it's the right one. Radiator A. No, I need a radiator C. Tempest Magnum left body window. Tempest Magnum right headlight, yeah. Tempest Magnum right tail light, yeah. Okay, that's progress. That is. Battery. Oh, we'll have this thing running in no time. Oh, I love a Camaro. Take it just in case. Section. Round air filter 2 carb. Now I think I'm going to have one of those eventually, so we'll have that just in case. We'll take another V8 engine block as well, I guess. Thing of beauty. What? What? Bolt rollet? An inline 6? And no engine swap options? Get out of here. Get out of it. Well, I suppose it might be quite nice to have matching front seats, mightn't it? They're kind of cool looking, but nah. Air filter cover. Gonna need brakes at some point as well. Oh, it's broken. Oh no. I mean, I might just have to have it anyway, because I don't know that I'm going to find a better one. Tempest Magnum left tail light. So we should have our lights and what have you all set and working. Rear muffler. It is what it is. We're going to need one, but so, how do we think we're doing? Are we getting anywhere close to building the car of our dreams? Take it, because I don't know what drive axles our car uses. But I'm prepared to be surprised by nothing. Oh, we've got a little car hiding out over there. Carburetor C. Oh, you need to find like 3 separate carbs. Oh wow, that's going to be tricky on the 6-pack, isn't it? Okay, well, we'll do what we can. Crankshaft, V8 Hemi. Right, so we've got spares now. We are starting to work our way up towards spares for it. What are you? What sort of engine are you? Oh, okay, just a V8 overhead valve, yep. We are. We're out of here. What did we actually pick up? A couple of pages of crap. Yeah, I mean, that's not terrible. 1800 credits. Seems like a steal, to be honest with you. Right. Some things we're going to be able to repair, some things we won't. Very quickly going to do that, and then I am going. In fact, I might not. I might just drop it now. Might drop the stream to save this for tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Wednesday. We'll have to see. So let's have a quick look at our rust box over here. Did we get anything to put in there? We can put a leather seat in. Don't have anything for that. Don't have anything for the back. So we'll put a seat in it, so that's good. We can put a... No, we didn't get any relay. And we've got no engine in there at the moment, have we? And no radiator. No windshield washer. We did get a battery. We got a brake servo. Did we get a fuel filter? No, we didn't. And then we got a bunch of bits for an exhaust as well, which we can probably start hanging. Okay, well. And we are going to need a fuel tank at some point, I think. Now, what are we on next? Have we got an oil filter? No, not yet. No ignition coil, no distributor. And we need to go and fish out our clutch pressure plate, that's for sure. Bolt that up. Clutch release bearing, we've got a crap one, absolutely shot to bits. I don't know whether that would actually stop it from running, but I imagine it probably would. Right. Yeah, we have a bunch of pistons that we can put in there, but they are pretty ropey, aren't they? I wonder if we could find better than that somewhere. And how we go about finding better than that, because these ones are going to run like dog shit. Right, we've got head A. Eesh. That don't look in great condition, does it? It'll do for now, because I can come along and just unbolt that one quite easily. Now, let's have a look. Have I got any push rods? I've got 2 push rods at absolutely dog shit integrity. See, it's all very well having the lights, but I think you need the... bumper before you can put the lights in it. Nice, that window is actually really good condition. That one's not, well, it's not that it's not good condition, it's that it doesn't exist. So we have some bits for this as well, don't we? Oh, it's a standard bugger. Did we have 2 parts for that? No. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, it... We've got a windshield for it. Now that hood is repairable, so we can put the normal one on for now, which is, I think it would only be fair for this thing to come inside onto the other lifter. Because these are the 2 cars we're working on now, look. And you can see the similarities between them, can't you? Muscle car and racer. Or something along those lines. Awesome. Right, okay. Well, we know what we're looking for. We can start putting these things back to factory. I know it's... Oh, hang on. Yeah, we've got... we've got a tail light. Yes. And then, can we got the same tail light for in there, or have I got like 8 different ones? I've got a good quality version of that one, so it's not... Okay, well, it's something. It's in there now. Never mind. Right. So... we are going to go to the Hemi, and we're going to put anything with Hemi, V8, that sort of stuff in there. Water pump, serpentine belt. We're going to put as many of these bits and pieces as we can find in here. We are going to end up keeping an eye out on the list of cars that come up as well, and then if we get any of them, we'll take the job, and then disassembly of it will hopefully yield up some parts for these cars. We won't steal the parts because that doesn't work anyway. Believe me, I've tried. I'll tell you what is going to be a good thing is if we take these wheels off, it will be a great source of pleasure to end the stream with having this car on decent black wheels. Now, fingers crossed, we can actually save these, because I don't know that we can. Some of these wheels are awful. These ones are probably going to be okay. These ones, I think, might have had it. That rim's done. This one's going to be done as well. So I'm going to need to find new rims, because I won't be able to repair these. Ah, that's a real shame. I wonder. Rim 35A 14-inch ET0. I think the likelihood of there being one of them in here is slim to none. However, we have 14-inch ET0. ET0. 15-inch ET0s up there. I wonder if they would do. And we've got 13-inch ET0s down here. They're not going to fit the tyres. Might just have to potluck it on another vehicle that it's going to have salvageable wheels. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I think we're going to have to potluck it. Right, so we go back to this one. Front right door, hood. Shame, isn't it? So I have got headlights. I've got Okay. Right then. So, we finished the session tonight. We have ourselves a mission. We have ourselves a plan. That plan is fix the fuck out of these two cars. Started off as one car, but we need to give ourselves a chance to fix these both up, I think, because it's only fair. I mean, these things are they're both actually really good looking cars, and it would be a shame to see them scrapped. So we're going to do our best for these guys. I'll tell you what, shall I wash it? Let's wash it. Let's wash it, see what this one looks like under all that dirt. Yeah, that's going to be a good looking boy as well. I don't think that that fender is going to be salvageable. Oh, what a colour though, look at that purple. Purple and white stripes. Oh, it's a bold choice, isn't it? Oh, excuse me. Right, that's a clear sign that it is time for bed, which means thank you very much to everybody who has dropped by. I've really appreciated it. I've really enjoyed setting a new target for the stream, for the game, for what we're aiming for on this one. It'll be a bit of a labour of love. But yeah, so I really appreciate that. If you haven't done so already, please drop me a follow. Please do also, if you get a chance, check out my YouTube. I am starting to upload content a little bit more often. The link is in my bio on Twitch, where I'm taking little short videos, hopefully of various different jobs that I do on these vehicles, and turning it into a little bit of YouTube content. You can see some of my older stuff on there where I posted up some shorts and what have you about Car Mechanic Simulator. There's been some quite good puns going on with the game over the years. There's a lot of people out there who do enjoy the game. Thank you very much for dropping by. I really do hope you come by to the next one as well, and I will see you then. Toodaloo.